everyone, welcome to my channel Arpita AFK, and today I'm taking you with me to Washington DC at Tidal Basin. So हमारा राइड स्टार्ट हुआ कुछ इस तरह से with lot of rain and thunderstorm, but we were not disappointed because still at the end of the day it was a good ride and just थोड़ा difficulty हुआ driving में and to just safely driving across from crossing Virginia to Washington DC, and we played some songs of Three Idiots and we enjoyed those songs. एंड थोड़ा अराउंड 4 hours ड्राइव करने के बाद हम पहुंच गए अपने होटल रूम. सो वी बुकड आवर होटल एट कोर्टियर्ड बाय मैरियट स्प्रिंगफील्ड विच इज़ द नियर बाय द subway there. So we bought like 3-day unlimited pass for the train which was around $28. The prices can vary. So hum walked here 25 to 30 minutes from our hotel room to the train station, and the train was on time and it was really good because we traveled during the March end of this year 2022, and तब Washington DC में बहुत cold था. It was like freezing there with rain and thunderstorm. So our day one at Washington DC is Tidal Basin basically, where we mainly see the cherry blossom and the cherry blossom festival which is known all over the world. So थोड़ा बताती हूँ मैं about the Tidal Basin. It's a 2-mile long pond that was once attached to the Potomac River, and it serves as the backdrop of some of the DC's best love sites. So every spring क्या होता है Tidal Basin के across में पूरा it's kind of a loop and जहाँ पे cherry blossom trees है which was gifted to DC from Tokyo. So वो flowers bloom करते हैं. It's like some cotton candy colored tuds, and they attract like visitors from all over the world too. And one of the best thing about Tidal Basin is you can see monuments like Jefferson Memorial, Franklin Delano Roseville Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, Washington Monument, just by taking a walk on the Tidal Basin. So this is the Jefferson Memorial we visited. The monument consists of a large dome model. So ये monument आप देख सकते हैं from any part of that water edge in the Tidal Basin, और ये complete हुआ था 1940s में to honor Thomas Jefferson, which is one of the most important and best known of America's founding fathers. And यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं this is the big statue of Thomas Jefferson himself, and on the walls यहाँ पे लिखे हुए हैं बहुत different type of like Declaration of Independence and many other things. So the newest monument is the Martin Luther King Jr. Monument. So ये बहुत striking है because it's spread across a 4-acre site, and there's a big large statue of Martin Luther King in the middle of it, जो carve किया गया है एक mountain से, and it looks like it's also called the Mountain of Hope, and he's gazing out over the Tidal Basin in the direction of the Jefferson Memorial, like I told about you. And that whole area is filled with quotations from Dr. King, and there are like so many cherry blossoms, including some that date back to the original planting in 1912. One of the fun fact about this place is like the Martin Luther King Memorial stands on a line between the Jefferson Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial. So it was on the steps of Lincoln Memorial that Dr. King delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech in 1963 during the March on Washington. And as you can see, I can't get enough photos and videos of all this cherry blossom, which is like so pretty and all surrounded around the Tidal Basin. Let's talk about another memorial, which is Franklin Delano Roseville Memorial, which is also quite large, and it is large footprint in 7.5 acres but is low to the ground and hidden amongst the trees. It's dedicated to America's 32nd president, and also features the aspect of this area such as the World War II and the Great Depression, and also his wife Eleanor, an accomplished global citizen in her own right. So the fun fact about this memorial is Roseville himself was very specific about what kind of memorial he would like to accommodate his contributions, and this memorial has nothing at all in common with those wishes. The original FDR, the Roseville Memorial, which is in keeping with his instructions, is a very simple and modest stone slab that sits next to the National Archives building on Pennsylvania Avenue. And another fun fact is there's actually yet another Roseville Memorial not too far away, but that one is dedicated to Roseville's cousin Theodore. He is better known as Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th president. So you guys must be thinking why I have not shown the Rosewood Memorial and the Martin Luther King one, because I was so busy, so memorized by the beauty of the cherry blossom that I hardly could get videos of the other things because I was distracted by this beautiful pretty pink flowers, and I was just taking a walk around the tidal basin and can't get enough of these cherry blossoms. But hey, that's fine, right? You can obviously go and visit this place during the spring and plan accordingly because the cherry blossom doesn't stay long. You can go to their website and check when's the flower bloom at its peak, and then try to visit this place and you will see the most beautiful flowers. One monument which I have shown in the video and I would like to talk about is the Washington Monument. It's actually not isn't on the tidal basin, but because you can see it from nearly all the way around the tidal basin because of its height obviously, and it's so vividly reflected when the water is still. It's basically an honorary member of the tidal basin monuments. So the fun fact about this monument is the National Park Service offers tours that take you up an elevator at the top of the Washington Monument for some spectacular views over the National Mall, Potomac, and downtown Washington DC, which is free, but it's a timed entry tickets required. So, not far from the Jefferson Memorial is the George Mason Memorial. It is about the George Mason, a Virginia plantation owner, reluctant public servant, and author of Virginia Declaration of Rights, a document that helped inspire the American Declaration of Independence and attendance at the 1787 Constitutional Convention. So the statue and gazebo are fairly recent, dating to 2002, but the gardens and the fountains actually date back to 1905. So the fun fact is George Washington regarded John Mason as a mentor, and Thomas Jefferson called him the wisest man of his generation. वन फोटोग्राफी टिप मैं आपको देना चाहती हूँ कि इफ़ यू आर बिट अर्ली फॉर द चेरी ब्लॉसम देयर आर सम ब्यूटीफुल सॉकर magnolias, which are like tulip magnolias at the George Mason Memorial, that typically flower a week or two ahead of the cherry blossoms and make a great backdrop for photos. So don't miss out on those beautiful photography. So see, this is how the Jefferson Memorial looks from the other side. And थोड़ा और डिटेल में about this tidal basin. It's like Tidal Basin is a part of West Potomac Park in Washington DC, and the Jefferson Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, and the Roseville Memorial, and the George Mason Memorial, the John Paul Jones Memorial, the Floral Library, the Japanese Pagoda, and the Japanese Lantern and site of the first cherry tree planting all surrounds the tidal basin. They can all be visited via the Tidal Basin Loop Trail. It is the location most associated with Washington's Cherry Blossom Festival that takes place every spring. So you guys should plan accordingly in the spring to visit this place. The tidal basin is about 107 acres in size and approximately 10 feet deep. It was built to harness the power of the tides in the Potomac River to flush silt and sediment from the Washington Channel. fill land separate the Washington Channel from the Potomac River. The Washington Channel drains in the Anacostia River just above its confluence with the Potomac. And I love taking slow motions of the like the flowers falling from the tree, especially this cherry blossom flowers. But whenever I start taking videos, somehow the wind stops. One fact is like the water from this tidal basin is also used by a pumping system to maintain water levels in the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. So tidal basin built हुआ था 1800s में. The bridge over the tidal basin and the sea wall were completed by the engineering firm of Alexander and Repas out of Iowa in the 1940s. Archie A. Alexander, an African American, graduated from the College of Engineering at the University of Iowa in 1912, where he was also a football player. In 1929, Alexander formed an engineering company with Morris Repas. The two knew each other from engineering classes and the football team at the University of Iowa. Together, they built a business that focused on building bridges with clients across the United States. Now, let's enjoy some cherry blossom shows.
Rewriting, drafting, revising, editing, publishing. I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. We knew since time begun that watermelon is incredible, easily digestible, with benefits that are medical, could lower inflammation and ease blood flow through your ventricles. And if you have a lover, some benefits, yeah, you know. Some say watermelon's African, some get skeptical. Since we were in West Africa growing fruits and vegetables, they found seeds in Libya from 5,000 years ago. Paintings on touch tombs that are still legible. Our enslaved ancestors needed food that they could grow, when our evil slave masters wouldn't give us any more. During Reconstruction, after that slavery overthrow, every summer we'd have watermelon festivals with eating contests. It was tasty and plentiful. Oppressors turned this into a spectacle. Something that living up to stereotypes is unacceptable. I'm the watermelon man, and I am here to let you know that melon is sweet. The water is life. So every time we eat, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man.
So we walked across the Tidal Basin Loop Trail, but you can also do pedal boats, which are available during March and for $15 or $18 per hour for 2-passenger or $30 per hour for 4-passenger boat. And doing some duck watching here, and they are also there enjoying their time at the Tidal Basin. And hopefully you can see more of the DC videos, DC Day 2. If you're looking forward to it, because I'm looking forward to it. And thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, guys, and have a nice day and a nice time. See you next time.